Americans aren't born out of laying around on their asses. We've been born out of conquering a world. We're the dominant species. We built all this. We're powerful, and we're beautiful, and we're ready to build the next level of civilization in God's plan. But you must stop bowing to those who want to make you a victim. You must become the victor. If you love God and you want to build a pro-human future, then you are an enemy of the New World Order and Satanism. They want us shut down because we have the Spirit. I'm jacked into the source. I know the secret, and I want to see you empowered. But you have to believe in yourself first. This is the truth, and everyone knows it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this situation that took place today. After Donald Trump completely and totally humiliated Zelensky because he essentially walked onto U.S. soil, walked into the Oval Office and thought that he could disrespect this country and disrespect the president and vice president, he got put in his place. I thought it was amazing. I thought that whole interaction was so refreshing because it demonstrated American strength. We've been lacking American strength for a long time. So the world responds, throwing a temper tantrum. And here's the thing. This is a very serious incident where a Norwegian fuel company refuses to fuel a U.S. submarine. Yeah. And they came out on social media and said, "We have today been witness to the biggest shit show ever presented live on TV by the current American president or vice president." So here it is from my perspective. I think that we should start treating these people that don't appreciate our country, that disrespect us, as enemies. I do. Why would you say, oh, this is a NATO ally? This is a company that just refused to fuel one of our ships. I think at that point, Trump needs to say, okay, we're out of NATO. You may think that, okay, that's overblown, but it's not. Look at the spending. The audacity of these countries to open their mouth and start talking. It's unreal. These countries start running their mouth and start doing things like this, wanting to talk tough. They're nothing. And that's what really gets me. When we are 70% of NATO, when we are 70% of the budget of NATO, and you're not going to refuel one of our submarines, you're going to try to snub us in something because you have a political statement, fine. We're out. We're taking all of our money with us. I am sick and tired as an American of watching these countries that have all fallen to Western woke communist principles. I mean, free speech is basically dead in most of these countries. They don't even have an illusion to it. Gun rights? Yeah, good luck. I mean, in a lot of these countries, gun rights are basically non-existent. But you want to sit there and you want to run your mouth. I mean, this guy says, huge credit to the president of Ukraine restraining himself for keeping calm even though U.S. put on a backstabbing TV show. The freak that runs this account and the people that are associated with this, they need to have sanctions put on their entire country, and especially on this company. This needs to be a big deal, because as an American, I'm tired of giving out money and giving out aid and expecting to give and give and give and give and having no appreciation in return. The United States people give weapons and a whole boatload of money in support of Ukraine. Zelensky walks in here like he's king of the place. Donald Trump reminds him, no, you're not. You're in a losing position, and without us, you would basically be selling. And these freaks who fancy themselves, kings of the world, comes out and says, we're not going to fuel U.S. Navy. Okay, we're out. Sanctions on Norway. Sanctions on Norway. Put a 200% tariff on any good coming from Norway. Hell, put economic sanctions on them. Use this as an example that they denied an ally. They denied a NATO ally refueling. Make that, hell, put this company out of goddamn business. That's where I'm at on this stuff. I'm tired of the anti-Americanism. I'm tired of people who have taken billions of dollars from us or used us as protection, not giving us a dime, not giving us an ounce of appreciation, and they're going to piss all over it. So fine. Fine. You don't want our help. You don't want to help fuel our ships. And by the way, a lot of our submarines are nuclear reactor submarines. But apparently this one was a Caterpillar-built diesel engine. So it needed to refuel, and this company said no. I think that pretty much says everything you need to hear. That NATO does not have the back of the United States. We're paying 70%, so we're kind of done with NATO. I know some people would disagree with that. Some people say, well, no, we can't. No, none of these countries, none of them give a shit about the U.S. They've used it as a piggy bank for years, but they don't care. They don't give a shit about us. They don't appreciate us. You look at that little kerfuffle with Canada. Canada! They started talking big. The UK, they started talking big. Germany, everyone's a big talker. Everyone, the US, because Biden has been president, because it's been so weak. But Trump comes back, leadership comes back, and now all of a sudden, these people have a problem. They didn't have a problem with Joe Biden, who was just giving them money and anything they wanted, Grandpa Joe. But when Daddy comes home, when he looks at all the trouble that's been caused, when he looks at all the malfeasance and issues, and he says, okay, it's time to get things back in control, now these people are gonna go and put our Navy at risk? Unbelievable. Norwegian's largest marine fuel company refused to sell diesel to a U.S. Virginia-class attack submarine after Zelensky's disastrous Oval Office meeting. While the fuel was only for the USS Delaware's backup diesel engine, this is the first time a NATO member refused a fellow NATO member fuel for a military vehicle. It may be time for the U.S. to exit NATO. I absolutely agree with that. The official social media statement by Haldbach Bunkers stated, we went over that. To be clear, Virginia-class attack submarines are equipped with an auxiliary diesel engine to provide backup power in emergency situations. This diesel generator can supply limited electrical power and propulsion if the nuclear reactor must be shut down or fails. That makes no sense. We haven't. So people are like, wait, we use diesel? No, it's a backup generator. They needed fuel, and this Norwegian company, and the media will be like, they're our allies. We can't leave NATO. They're all our allies. None of these people give a shit about the U.S. None of them. None of these people are our allies. So Zelensky comes here and acts like some kind of tin pot dictator, that he deserves our money and, goes against the deal that was made with Trump, tries to, litigate it in the media, tries to do all this other underhanded shit as Trump is trying to sue for peace. And these freaks are going to have a fit. And they're going to come out in this anti-American screed. I can't understand it. Trump seems to be the only person that's actually fighting for peace. Actually fighting for an end to the bloodshed. Actually fighting to end the conflict. And that has triggered a lot of these people. Well, fine. If you don't appreciate what we're doing, if you don't appreciate our money, our friendship, fine. I think it needs to be clear that, we're not welcome in NATO anymore. And that's fine. We can pull out. Let them deal with it. Let them find the other 70%. You think they will? No. I think America needs to become more isolationist. I just got to be honest. I think these countries, I think they've taken for granted all the good works we do. Our reputation in these countries is not great because they don't appreciate us. They don't appreciate what we do. Not the money, not the security. If you don't appreciate it, fine. U.S. should either leave NATO entirely or demand Norway give us 80% of their GDP as reparations for their disrespect. They are only comfortable because of U.S. protection. They can take care of themselves for a change. I think get 80% of their GDP is probably like a drop in the bucket. But here's the deal. I think that there should absolutely be a public apology. I think that company should be sanctioned. But I don't think they will. I think, here's what I think they've become far too comfortable because of us. I think they've become far too comfortable. And they think they're tough guys. Okay, we're pulling back. We're not giving you any aid. We're not giving you any support. Fine. You want to be tough guys? Be tough guys. You want to deny the U.S. military getting refueled? You want to deny fuel to our soldiers? Fine. You go it alone. And I think that should be the attitude for everyone. If you're willing to treat the U.S. as an ally, if you're willing to show respect, if you're willing to give something back, something that we may need, like, the rare materials. That's a good trade in exchange for our money. We get the rights to, all of these rare earths. That seems like a pretty good trade. But most of these people, they just have this anti-American bias because they have pride in their own nation. What is there to be proud about? What is there to be proud about? And we have our own issues. Don't get me wrong. We in the U.S. have our own issues, and I think that I sometimes wish Trump were more of a dictator on that. I wish he were the villain that the media and these leftists imagine him to be, but he's just not. Because you have these anti-American people who root against this country, and how that's not treason or sedition, I don't know. But the fact of the matter is this: if you're a foreign country and you want to talk shit, fine. We're not going to hit you back. We're not going to, hit you back like that. But what we will do is we'll pull back, and then we will we'll make it very clear that we're not doing business with you. We're not doing business with you at all. That's disgraceful. Zelensky is a thug. He's a dictator. He's a piece of shit. He disrespected us. And if you disagree with that, then keep your goddamn mouth shut, because nobody cares what you have to say anyway. And if you have the audacity to not refuel our Navy when we need it, yeah, damn. Yeah, they're lucky I'm not present. Yeah, I would go much further than Trump will. I would go much further than Trump will. Because I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of their attitude that, oh, we're so much more moral. No, you're not. Not in any way, shape, manner, or form. Anyway, that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.